Hey everybody, welcome to the shipyard. It's Monday morning. I have the day off of work, so that's why I'm here. Yeah, Missy here. Sorry, didn't mean to hit my mic. Um, so what's going on? It's October, and October means that I need to shift some of my Zoom windows. We've got the Horde. Now, the Horde is a very interesting mission. Let's see. Does that work better? That works better. Ooh, how about even better? There we go. All right. So again, the disclaimer on Tari's shipyard. This is Jerry Brown's work. I had a very small part in this mission. I said, hey, it's October. Let's do something scary. But really, the genesis of this is a group effort, and Jeff Sonos kind of saying zombies. So I'll spare you my cheesy, your fleet has detected what appears to be a derelict ship in a previously uncharted area of space. Okay. There's zombies. And the whole point of this mission is that you are trying to do a couple of things. You're trying to, one, survive, and two, destroy as many ships as possible in an hour. You will need a 6-sided die, and you need something to track how many ships you've destroyed. Critical hit tokens are great in-game. Pen, paper also work. So what's going to happen? Well, there's the Horde. I could read you their stats, or I could just show you their card. These are zombie class. They are 3250, and the very interesting thing is their captain skill is equal to the number of Horde ships in the play area. When their ship is destroyed, you put 2 ships just like it in the starting area, so they come back bigger and bigger and bigger. They're basically the Hydra, if you're familiar with mythology. There's just more of them. So we have a very standard play area, right? You start in your range 1, the Horde starts in their range 1. The Horde starts with 2 ships, just 2 ships, very innocuous 2 ships. You get to build standard 130, 3 ship minimum. You get 5 points for every round you survive. Hey, that's something. You get 10 points for every ship you destroy. And you get bonus points for each of your ships that make it to the end of an hour. So, some possible strategies. Play it slow. Don't kill many ships. And take your 130 plus like 4 rounds. 5 rounds. That's a 155. That's a pretty nice score. You know, or maybe kill a couple of ships. Make them chase you. Don't go near their starting area. That's bad. That's where you're going to get a lot of Horde ships, and that's a problem. Yeah. Or maybe you consider sacrificing a ship. Maybe this is time to pull out the cheat death, I stab at the Hura range boost combo. Maybe. I don't know. By the way, I can see chat. So if you have questions, comments, feel free to toss things in chat. because I can see. So beyond that, oh yeah, the Horde fires at 360. Um, the Horde is a faction, so something like Picard 8, Ahab Picard, will work for that. The important thing here to note, though, there's no dials for Horde ships. Instead, they will always move towards the nearest ship. If two ships are equidistant from one another, then the Horde will target the ship with a higher or highest captain skill. And you use that six-sided die to roll for the speed of the Horde. So sometimes they'll move at speed 1 or 2, sometimes faster. And I will say, to avoid cheesing it, yes, I know I'm guilty of cheese. If they're far away, they'll move as fast as possible in this range. If they're close, they'll probably try to slow it down. They can also make use of any maneuver template. So really, they're just trying to get close to you. They're trying to line up a shot as best they can. Of course, with 360, that doesn't really matter. Although the trick here is 360 does mean that they're limited to range 1 to 2. So that does help. That helps all of us because it means that we have that range 3 to shoot at them where they don't get to shoot at us. All right. What else? Oh, yeah. The Horde are like zombies in that they want to bump you. They want to infect you. If they do bump your ship, they roll an attack die. And your ship takes that damage. So if you roll a hit, you take a hit. You roll a crit, you take that crit to your shields. No big deal. It's just a shield gone to your hull. You don't get defense dice against that. And they'll always attack the closest enemy ship. Meaning, if they have a range 1 shot, they take that range 1 shot. If they have multiple range 1 shots, higher captain skill or highest captain skill. And then, if not, they go to range 2, highest captain skill. And that's pretty much the mission. That's the solo mode mission. This is kind of meant to be played solo. If you want to do multiplayer, you just kind of split your starting area, and then each one has to track who kills what ships. And I would probably start it with more Horde, but yeah. So that's not the challenge here. The challenge is trying to figure out how we want to build this, right? Because, well, that's the challenge with any of these scenarios. So I'm over here in Utopia Frontiers, and we're gonna build. We're gonna say, let's figure this out. So I want a Gorn ship, and the nice thing about Utopia Frontiers is that all of the Gorn ships have been recosted down to 18 points. Now, I don't care about named abilities because the Gornaris might actually come in handy. The Gressrill might also come in handy. I think the Gressrill's still my best ability. I want the durability. So we'll go Gressrill. Now, am I? Okay. Sorry, I'm going to have to be a little less zoomed in for this. And for right now, I want to put car on my ship. And again, I'm going back and forth. I am looking at chat. Um, and I want car because I know that my captain skill will be greater. So I will get an extra attack die. Now I'm looking at 4 attack dice. I want to put Meridor Gornail on my ship. And I just toss that in a slot and I'm there. Because I can still decrease Car's captain skill down to 6, and I'm still higher than the Swarm, than the Horde ships. I want Disruptor Bombardment. That's kind of like a no-brainer. Ooh, I probably want Cloaked Mines if I can lure the... not actually run lure, that's a waste. But I think I want Cloaked Mines because if I can get them placed, I can make the Swarm, the Horde ships, fly towards me. Okay, so an interesting combo with Disruptor Bombardment might be Balana's Codes. Now that would just let me basically fire Disruptor Bombardment twice in a row. Instead, I'm looking for maybe enhanced durability, but maybe Gorn sensors? Maybe both? Maybe both. I think I want both. Because then I'm looking at a 3-2-3-5. Okay, we'll do enhanced durability and Gorn sensors. What kind of points am I looking at? That's a 34 pointer now. I still got crew. I've got all kinds of good crew. I want crew that function with secondary weapons. At this point, I'm just kind of mindlessly. Okay, let's look specifically here. What do the rules state on the Horde? The Horde faction. The Horde faction. Yeah, they are their own faction. So that's not going to help with something. The reason I was looking that up was the Elam Garrick that says if a ship shares a faction, then you can make it so that a attack die isn't canceled. Huh. Oh, what's the Dominion? It's the Dominion, the Jem'Hadar crew, Ramada. Is it Ramada Clan? Obviously not on the Gorn ship, but you know, we need a better way to scroll through multiple things. And obviously search would be the better way, but yeah. You know what? I think I might leave my crew open for now. I promise I'm getting here eventually. Sorry, this is probably some super simple way of doing this, but just to prevent some of that. I think it's Ramadaclon. Well, I know it's a Dominion crew. Oh, if I'm in the forward firing arcs. Okay. See, I was thinking if I'm not. Huh. Oh, the USS Defiant, or the 1764 Defiant might actually be interesting because that, right, if I'm not in the target ship's forward firing arc, well, I'm never going to be in the target ship's forward firing arc because they don't have a forward firing arc. So that could be an interesting take. And I know that ship's fairly durable. One of the other thoughts I had was to go like super defensive, but again, what's the point? I also need to go offensive. See, I could also go like Deep Space Nine. I'd probably go Terok Nor. But to go Space Station would really open up the game. And it's like fighting 360 with 360. It's saying, okay, I don't particularly care what you do to me. I'm doing the same thing back to you. Except with Terok Nor, I'm doing it better. I've got a range 1 to 3 4-die attack. And the Horde has a range 1 to 2 3-die attack. Granted, they have 2 agility. And that 2 agility is very annoying. Another thought I have is bioships. Now, bioships run into a problem of they're not maneuverable. So one of the other things I thought of was scimitars, Riemann warbirds. And so let's load that out. If I went, let's say double Riemanns. Right away, I'm sitting at 102. I want Ferengi photon torpedoes. Ferengi photon torpedoes. Yeah. Alright, make sure they're the right ones. These ones. Time token ones. Alright. And you do that because, well, you need time tokens. Although, I could have sworn those were 2 time token. They are. I have the wrong torpedoes. They're these. And now, if I really wanted, we'll just start and we'll we'll put 2 copies of each on. What that's going to necessitate is Sakona on one ship, just because she's cheap. She actually saves me points. Okay, I'm at 113, so I get 17 points. Ah! Guten Tag. Sprechen Sie little Deutsch. I took one class in college. I remember just a little bit of it. It's been, oh gosh, that was 2010. So it's been 10 years since I took German in college. But I enjoy it. I loved my German class. I love German culture. Please don't misread that. Please don't take that as the worst way that can be taken. That has nothing to do with Nazism. That has everything to do with the genuine culture of the German people, German food, the musical traditions, the historical nature of Germany, wonderful cities like Hamburg, Berlin, Frankfurt, Dusseldorf. There are some fantastic cities. I want to visit Germany. That is in my top 3 countries I want to visit. I love board games, and Essen is a big life goal to go see the Essen Game Fair every year. I want to go see that at some point. It would probably be very overwhelming for me, but I would love to go see it at some point. But yeah, so no pain, no game. Thank you for coming by and saying hi. That gave me some great memories, and I love. There's a lot of good things about Germany, and my dad and several of my aunts took German in high school, and that was one of the reasons I wanted to take German in college. It's actually the only class my younger sister and I took together. She's 2 years younger and was on a completely different major track. I was math and she was psychology, so we had no overlap. But yeah, it was fun to do that. So hey, sometimes we get life that overlaps here in this game, but that's okay. I am all for a little bit of that going on. So I'm going to stick interface generator on one of these ships, and I'm going to stick reinforced shields on the other one. Because, well, I like to torment myself. And yeah, if I do that, then I guarantee you I will be wrong. And one of them, well, the one that I need the other one on will be the one that's missing. If that makes sense. It probably didn't. Oh, or did I want to stick maybe a Klingon cloaking device? Oh, it can only go on a Klingon ship. Okay. Never mind. We need a Romulan cloaking device. All right, I need a captain. I need 2 captains, in fact. I should call up Todd and say, hey, Todd, who do you put to captain the Scimitar? I think the answer is you put Picard. Specifically, you put Picard with some battle stations. Um, but Picard 9 certainly wouldn't be bad. This Picard wouldn't be bad either. I'm just starting to run out of points. I could run discount Picard. Oh, there's some fun things. See, I need something that's going to give me quality. I know I've got target lock, but I want some defensive quality too. See, okay, so here's one of the things about I could run that core. But he's not on a Klingon ship, so I'm not really getting the full benefit. Okay, I kind of like that Tomahawk if I had a way of getting battle stations. So I think I may actually go back to my old standby of Picard 8. Except I'm going to put Picard on the cheaper ship because I'll maybe have room for some fun stuff. Yeah, I'll have 4 points. And with 4 points, can I put on Riker? I think I can. I want crew Riker. Yeah. And that should be 50? Yeah, okay. Now where am I at? Overall. 127. I got 3 points. I got 3 points for a captain on this ship. Alright. Get rid of the Riker. Captain. Cost. Custom filter. Cost is less than or equal to 3. Nope. Velal. Terrible. Terrible action. Rekar. Funny story about Rekar. I used to collect the Star Trek CCG, the old customizable card game. I pulled out all my cards. And I have a complete first edition set. Yeah, complete. Except I'm missing Rekar from Voyager. 1 rare. It's weird. It's so bizarre. I have no reason to run Rekar. I could run the Viceroy. But they don't set maneuver dials. I could probably put on Calvin Hudson. I think he pays for himself. I could capture the ship. So I'd have to toss captured on. Captured. But it really doesn't make any difference. Okay, if I capture the ship, I've saved too many points. Something in that math did not add up. Oh, because now the Ferengi don't pay faction penalty. Okay, so I actually do want to do that. And I still have 5 points. So if I don't Calvin, but I just capture the ship, I still have 4 points. Maybe that's what I want to do. Okay, advanced. Cost is less than equal 4 points. Okay, David is smart. David has not built in a while. Well, hey, sorry, I hadn't gone back to chat. No pain, no game. Nice to know you've been following me for years. I really appreciate that. One of the best things I think about the shipyard is that people keep coming back. I recognize a lot of the same people who comment, and I appreciate that. I not to sound like I'm bragging, but I think one of the things that I do well is I create an environment where people feel comfortable and want to keep coming back to. For whatever reason, there's several reasons people keep watching. I like to think I'm informative. I like to think that I'm fairly relatable. For the most part, I don't take myself all too seriously. I do approach this game with a certain amount of seriousness, but I also don't. I'm not like all things must always be competitive, and if they're not, they're completely useless. Because I had that opinion at one point, but I do genuinely want I want there to be play for this game that isn't tournaments, because if there's only tournament play, how do you get new people into this game? One The way I got my friend Craig into this game, and he did the some of the Warp Core Breach episodes with me when we would do organized play events, and he also is in a fair number of the my organized play videos. He shows up as Craig, but he got into the game by watching me play in that sealed booster tournament when I got the preview boosters from WizKids. And that was a very non-competitive environment. And I think that really helped, because that said, hey, here's a huge thing you can do in the game that isn't the most competitive way to play the game. And I think sometimes that really does help. Again, it doesn't have to be everything, but it just needs to be something. What am I doing in life? I am trying to find a captain. Denatra's not bad. Denatra, we're going to call Denatra the back the fallback position. Latent I like latent forcing an opponent to reroll a crit. Normally I hate that in organized play, but in this mission I like it. It doesn't help me. It doesn't give me any quality. But it gives me a little more durability. Now, what I might want to do is swap um, reinforced shields. I can't. I can't swap the reinforced in the interface. I don't have the points on the other ship. Although Sakona should go on the captured ship. Shouldn't she? Oh. I'm a silly goose. The other Riemann starship should be captured. Ha, ha, ha. Okay, okay, okay. Somebody's probably screaming at me and has been screaming at me, going, make it captured. And I've just saved points. Yeah, I've saved 2 points. Because captured still cost me 1, but now all my photons are 0. Or both my photons are 0. And Sakona's discounted. So now I've got 2 more points. I don't have to run latent. I can actually look at a captain. So we've got latent sitting in the back of our brains. But now I've got 6 points to pick a captain. Which really tells me I can pick just about anybody. I can't run a 6-point off faction captain, but I can do anything I want, basically. Who I really want to do, and I know this is a cheesy default, go back to what you know. I mean, I kind of want to run that Gold Ducat, but I want to run this Gold Ducat. I want to put battle stations on my Riemanns. Not for offense necessarily. Although, if I can kill Horde ships, then so be it. Now, here's the other thing. This is my baseline right now, right? And I'm at 130. But I swear there are Romulan weapons that sweep target. Yeah, Disruptor Pulse. So is that a card that's worth it? It's only a 3 attack ship, or a 3 attack roll. And I worry about that. And worse, it's only range 1 to 2. And it's a disable. And that is not one that's gotten an update. Oh, and I was thinking about trying to get... And I was thinking about how to get Cloaked Mines onto this fleet. But I feel like I've used all my tech. Technically, I have used all my tech slots. Okay. So that's the challenge right now. Is I've built a loadout. I can fire my photons every round. I will basically destroy a Horde ship. I should destroy a Horde ship with each Riemann Warbird. And then I've got the Gorn to, well, with primary do 6 dice because of car. Um, and then also on offense, I've got disruptive bombardment, which means every third round I can do a big sweeping attack. So I should, in theory, I should be able to kill 3 horde ships around, and every third round kill more. And I believe I'm durable enough to make the rest of it work. So yeah, I'm willing to give that a go. Because this Picard 8 Riker combo, when I'm cloaked on this Riemann, I'm rolling 8 defense dice with um, with a conversion. I mean, it's one conversion, but it's still a conversion. On offense, I'm rolling 5 dice uh, plus a set crit. And the Horde ships have no shields. Recall, this is what Horde ships look like. They're 3250. So I have no point in trying to make them roll no defense dice. I mean, sure, scanning would be nice. But I'm personally going to focus on target lock battle stations and just power through them. Because if I can get 7 hits on them, it doesn't matter how well their defense is. They cannot avoid everything, and they die. Um, they also have no actions. So no matter what they do, it's not like they're evading. And I guess I shouldn't say Carr will always be higher skilled than the Horde, but he will be higher skilled than the Horde for a long time. Yes, there's a point where he's not, but that point comes at the end of the game where I'm okay taking my chances. It's going to get messy. It's going to get really messy. But that's okay. All right. So I think that's going to be my build. The only thing I'm really toying with is tossing out that interface generator for a set of cloaked mines. And I think I'm going to do it. Because they won't scan. So they will always take those 3 dice. And I think that little bit of passive quality is worth something to me. Now I know I really need a second set of cloaked mines in order to maximize, but at that point I'm looking at how do I spare 4 points, and then I'm looking at not having Riker on my ship, which may be fair. I mean, I could probably do that. I could probably not bring Riker. Okay, let's toy with it. I do that. I've got a point. What do I have left? I've got an admiral, talent, weapon, talent, crew. Okay, so I need a Romulan, admiral, talent, crew, weapon, with a cost of 1. Well, Param and Bokra are useless. Um, Patak isn't terrible. Charging weapons, eh. I mean, charging weapons is fine, but it's a one-time, one reroll of only a blank. I just don't see that being useful. Whereas Patak gives me an extra die, and I think I'd rather have an extra die. Thay gives me a free cloak action. That might actually be useful. Param, uh, not good right now, and Hiram, do I even have crew to disable? Yeah, I've got Sakona. Ooh, so I can one time do that. The difference would be slapping here and on would force the targeting at one specific ship. I could either make Picard and skill 9, and then all the attacks would go his way when we're equal, or I could bring Ducat up to skill 8, and then everything would be the same. Those would be rationales for doing what we're doing. For choosing Huron. Or we do something that's useful. Do I actually have a weapon slot? I did. Sakona gives me a weapon slot. Yeah, this is captured with Sakona's slots. And yeah. All right. So what do I actually like? I don't. I think this is between Thay and Patak. And I am more inclined to get off. To get offense? I think to get offense. Which means I need the crew slot, and the crew slot exists here. And that's probably better anyways, because now I've got a 49-point ship and a 47-point ship. I guess. I could have gone with the weapon and I would have had a 48 and a 48. But it doesn't matter. Alright. Well, that's the build. By no means is it a solid build. I mean, it's a solid build. Todd would be proud. Todd's a player out of Fremont who loves double scimitar builds. But I really think that scimitars are one of the best equipped to handle this kind of firing. I don't like the Borg cube that splits fire. I don't like the Coronac for splitting the fire. Right? Because you're rolling those attacks at 3-4 dice if you're at range 1. I and then sorry, the Borg sphere. this one. I just, I don't like that you're losing those dice. So that's what I those were some thoughts that ran through my head, were take the weapons, take the cards, etc., that let you split your fire. I thought about Lurin's Bird of Prey to be able to attack first and run another Burrell. Uh, I kind of thought about just swarming, swarm a swarm. But I don't think swarm a swarm is the right answer. I really think the notion here is hit hard, hit back, and really just be consistent with the offense that you're putting out. Because if you can do that, then they will die, you will get points, and they won't get to shoot back because their captain skill's low. Eventually they will get to shoot back because they will have shot first. But that's okay, because by that point it won't matter. You can just slow play and run the clock out. Alright, I'm not playing tonight, or today. Not tonight, wow, it's 11 a.m. I am off. But yeah, that's where we're at. So hopefully this is kind of giving y'all some ideas. Just remember, you ordered your fleet to move into this sector and investigate the mystery ship. Why? Because apparently that's what you do. As your fleet moves closer to the unknown vessel, your science officer remarks that it appears that the vessel is coming alive. The derelict ship springs to life and begins heading towards the fleet at full speed. Without hesitation, you order your tactical officer to disable the ship, but it was destroyed instead. The science officer then tells you that he is reading more of the ships on the edge of sensor range. Can you withstand the incoming horde? Well, can you? Get out there. Play. And I should state that if you want to play, you can join us on Facebook. That's here. Antares, the Horde Play at Home League. We've got a Discord. That link will be in the description. So that all exists. And if you haven't played, don't forget your resource. Because I just did. I just forgot about my resource until right now. And so let me go find my resource. I gotta scroll through some stuff here. I am here. Alright. So, I have my resource from playing in the Kobayashi Maru. If you don't have your resource from playing in the Kobayashi Maru, you can go back and play in the Kobayashi Maru, and then you get this. And note, this says this resource may be equipped to a ship without requiring an upgrade slot. So what do I get to do? Planning phase, roll one attack die, and on a battle station result, place a battle station token beside your ship. So where does this go? What ship do I want to exist on? Well, I don't think I need to go on the Gressrill. Although there is some benefit to getting a free battle station. Car acts as a target lock. A mini target lock, but it's still a target lock. And then, if I already got that battle station, he could scan. I'm not too worried about overall durability there. Okay. So that's a thought. I could go on this Riemann. In fact, I probably need to go on this Riemann. Because this Riemann has... The only offensive quality it has is target lock. I think that's where I'm going to end up going. Because I'm going on Picard's Riemann warship. On that warbird. Because Ducat's got battle stations. Ducat is always going to be doing battle stations. So that's where you'll find me. You will find me on that Riemann warbird. So Ensign Junior Grade David Montgomery, the shipyard, reporting for duty on Picard's Riemann warbird. He took it back from Shinzan. And this ability is only going to get better as I rank up. It's going to take a while to rank up, but I'll be ranking up. All right. I know I've got chat on a delay, but yeah. Thank you all for watching. I'm going to head off here pretty soon, but I'll stick around for a couple minutes. I'm just gonna drink some water, give myself a chance to catch my breath and catch up. It's tough talking for like an hour straight. I have to get used to it because I'm going to be a teacher, but still, it's like, I don't know. I just, I get a little something caught in my throat every so often. I still enjoy it. I definitely enjoy coming on, talking with y'all. I always kind of wish I'd get a couple more people talking in chat, but I always do appreciate anyone who pops on and watches, listens. Makes me feel like I'm not just talking to the wall. So thank y'all. And if there's nothing else, if there's no more questions, then I will shut the stream down, and then I should be doing a live stream on Thursday where I play the scenario. I might end up doing it tonight. I don't know. We'll see. That would be highly unlikely. But just know it's a possibility. So more likely it will be on Thursday. Tomorrow I will be doing a recording on how to play Star Trek Attack Wing on Tabletop Simulator. And that I'm really looking forward to. But that I will actually be doing a full video and polishing the video at least a little bit so that we have a video guide for the community, because I think that's a really important thing to have out there. And I will have help doing that. I will have Robert Fletcher, who is the TO from Fremont in California and has consulted, well, he is most notable from State of the Federation, The Next Generation. He has done a ton of high-level build thoughts, and having his help on this is a big thing. So I was just kind of saying, I don't want to try to do a teaching video by myself. I think it loses something. I think it's nice to be able to try to explain a concept to someone live, to have a live person to interact with, and that way he can cover things that I might miss, or he can explain things in a better way than I can. So